Alright guys, so in this video I am going to be talking about the worst parts of cruise ships. It is just my personal opinion. It's going to be both kind of the features of the ships and also the exterior view of the architecture involved with making. We're talking about the big time cruise lines, Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Let's get right into it, starting with I believe it's called the Flow Rider. I just hate this thing. It's dumb. It looks hideous on top of a ship. It's like the little surfing lessons or whatever with like 10-year-old kids. They go on it. I was informed in the comments. I saw a comment who said, no, these are very impressive. People have them all over the place. And I mean, look at that. There's two of them. They've invested into two of them. You can see on that, probably, what is that? Yeah, that's the Royal Caribbean cruise right there. But these things are just a pain. They look disgusting. I'm not going on it. I'm not trying to be a surfer. What do I live in Hawaii or something? I don't know. So those things are just annoying, and they're bright blue. They look like they're inflatable. Let's be honest, guys. It's just a tacky look. It is what it is. Next, we have a literal mechanical crane. Because yes, when we go on cruise ships, we want to be taken by a giant mechanical arm and go out over the sea. Wow, that's really fun. I just think it's something extra. I mean, those things are not safe at all. They've fallen. There's been incidents. People have sued. It's just not necessary on a cruise ship. It's another thing where it seems like they're trying to do too much, and then they've upgraded it. Now they have... Look at this. This is an actual mechanical roller coaster where there's no track to it, and it just kind of flips you around. Imagine telling people, yeah, I went on a cruise ship and I got hooked up to a roller coaster without a track, and a mechanical arm slung me around. It's just a little ridiculous. It looks like some type of AI creation. It's like AI has taken over, and we're the slaves to AI, and to torture us, they hook us up to these, concoction things, and then they just spin us around and stuff to torture us if they ever took over. That's what this is. This is an AI torture device. They have the mechanical crane. They have everything. Who's going on this thing and enjoying it? Where's the track? What's the point? You're on a cruise ship. Why are you on a mechanical arm? And then the next thing, so this is the exterior thing that they've been doing on Royal Caribbean. They got the dome. And listen, we all remember the Titanic, the Great Grand Staircase Dome. Yeah, this is not the same. It looks like a dumb helmet. It's like someone keeps hitting themselves in the face. They have to put on a safety helmet. It's like these ships are now putting on a safety helmet at the front of them. And listen, I understand the whole idea. If you're in the ship, you can see, a full field of view. You can see out right out of the front of it because it's all glass. That's the whole idea of a dome, I guess. But there's just no way something like this should be constructed. It's disgustingly ugly. You put something like that on it, I mean, it is noticeably ugly. And they're going to say, well, it's good for the people on board. I get it, but it hurts to look at personally. So they've got that. And then you also do have the balconies. Now, this is another thing. It's just me personally. If I'm on the ship, yeah, everyone wants a balcony room. We get it. The issue is when you've got a bunch of cramped balconies together, it's going to depict a floating apartment building. That's the problem with cruise ships. If I was on it, yes, I would want a balcony. But in terms of me looking at the thing, it's absolutely grotesque. We got to bring back portholes. I love portholes, love the design of them. I mean, look at that. What is that? That looks like some type of Chernobyl experiment. And they've got it's just a giant brick and then a massive log on top of it. No, but I have heard that's a really good cruise line, I heard. But we do have to bring back portholes. There's something very nice about portholes. You're at sea with them. They need to incorporate them more. And really, it would also save on costs, things like that. But people don't like that. They want to have a balcony. The next thing, I mean, what are we doing? Are we at our local carnival here? We got the bumper cars or whatever this is. You know, I saw a rendering for the Icon of the Seas, and it was bumper cars, but then there was a basketball like hoop right on top of it. It just made no sense. Listen, you're on a cruise ship. Do we really have to do the bumper cars? Go walk around the Promenade deck. Oh wait, it probably doesn't even exist anymore. There's just a bunch of floating apartments going around the whole thing. Next, you've got the outdoor cycle track. What are we doing with this? Carnival Cruise Line has something completely unexpected on board one of their ships. If you're a cyclist or just want to try something unheard of, then book time to try out their 800-foot cycle track that travels around the deck suspended over the sea. And yes, when I was actually on a cruise, there were two try-hard soccer dads that were racing on this thing, and it ended up malfunctioning and they both fell into the water. These things are not safe at all. They just throw random stuff on ships and expect people to go on them. What even is it? It's a fake bike that's suspended. Who uses these on a cruise ship? It doesn't make any sense. I guess it's like, oh, you go over the ocean. I don't know. And then you've got a little jamboree, what is this, kiddie area with a Karen on one of the little obstacles. I mean, we can do that in the forest. And then here's just another thing. So yes, if you're going on a cruise ship, you've got to go on one that has a skydiving simulator, because that's what everyone wants to do. Just an obscure feature. Oh, we hit the Grand Slam. Look at this. They've got the skydiving thing, which is fake. And then right behind it, they've got the Flow Rider. Yeah, that's cruise ships summed up right there. Another really bad thing about them, especially if you go on any like the Carnival or Royal Caribbean, the kids are an issue. I mean, you're going to deal with it at vacations, but with cruise ships, especially those, type of cruise lines, they're all over the place. They're running around. It is just an annoyance. You got the buffet, the issues there. Another bad thing about cruise ships, if you have an interior room, it is very, very depressing. There's no natural light. You don't go out and see anything. This is what I would recommend. If you have an interior room to where, there's no porthole, there's no window, there's no balcony, you just need to never be in your room outside of sleeping. You're just going to get depressed because it's like a dungeon, and those are normally the worst rooms as well. Also, any room located near a nightclub or anything like that is brutal as well. But those are just some of the worst things about cruise ships. Also, you could say some of the buffet food, although I guess it depends on which cruise line you choose. Buffet food is what it is. It's not going to be very good. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description.